Wastelanders, WULF-OF-STEEL here. Another Fallout 76 adventure. Um, Hopefully you're watching this after the double XP weekend is over. Um, if you're watching it during double XP weekend, what the hell are you doing? Get off of YouTube and go grind. Uh, but anyways, I might possibly share some useful tips for the next time double XP weekend comes. What I really wanted to share with you is I wanted to share this latest milestone. I was hoping I was going to capture it on video, but unfortunately it slipped past me. But I just blasted past level 1100. That's 1100. So that's a new milestone for me. Hey, maybe you'll see me crack 1101 today in this video. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, we all know, the newbies might be thinking, oh my God, you must be so powerful. Listen, if you're not aware of this yet, once you pass level 600, somewhere thereabouts, levels have no meaning at all. There is nothing more to gain from it. I mean, look at this. Look at how many perk points I have. And look at 10 unopened perk cards. Are you kidding me, packs right now? Are you kidding me? I don't need any of this. You'll find that out, once you played long enough. If I go up to my legendaries, okay, all the legendaries I need are all fully maxed out. Okay, there is nothing else. Leveling up has no benefit once you pass level 600. So it's pretty much just a prestige thing at that point. It's just for bragging rights, right? Unfortunately, it is what it is. We all see that. We see that number, and we just think, wow, that's so awesome. And it's like, okay, cool. But you know what I think is really awesome? When you grind like hell and you've earned something. Now, granted, yeah, earning levels is one thing. So that's probably the most common way to gain respect. I'll tell you another way, though. When it comes to armor, power armor, okay? The two hardest, I would say the two power armors that require the most amount of work is either the Vulcan armor, which you get by grinding the raids. That's also how you get the Epsilon and the Guardian. And of course, I also earned my the Snake here, whatever you call him. What the fuck do we call him, anyways? The Ultraside Terror. Okay, yeah. Took me forever to figure out where I was going to place that thing. It's so damn big. If it's like touches the ceiling, you can't even put it down at all. But I mean, it doesn't look so out of place here. But it doesn't ruin my head with a ceiling big enough for it to go. And I'm like, yo, I earned that shit. Okay, so there you go. But honestly, now the Ultraside armor, the Vulcan armor rather, it is a grind. But if you got a good team, okay, and you guys pop your 4 lunch boxes, and you've got a day set aside, you could hypothetically get your full set of Vulcan armor in a single day just by grinding it out. You could do that. Let me tell you one piece of armor, power armor, you can't do that in a day with. I don't care how good you are. It's literally not possible. And that's the Union power armor. Union power armor is, without any question, without any argument, the toughest power armor to get in the game. And it's also the undisputed best power armor to get in the game. Plain and simple. So you know what? When I wear mine, okay? Oops. When I wear mine, I do not put any skins on it because I want people to know that's a full set of Union power armor right there with the jetpack included, all right? Granted, that is a special skin for the jetpack. I thought that was too awesome. I had to do it. And it looks right. But I'm like, listen, I want you to know that that's a Union power armor I'm in because you know what? I earned that shit. I grinded and grinded and grinded those god-awful expeditions until I finally got enough stamps to get that shit. I worked my ass off for that. Eat it, And then the other one is probably the second hardest armor to get in the game is actually going to be the Brotherhood Recon armor, which is why you rarely see people wearing it because it's so hard to get. The only two ways to get it is either by grinding enough daily ops to get all the pieces, and it's like such a minuscule drop rate. It's like, I don't know, like 0.5% or something that you might get a piece. you're going to have to do literally hundreds, if not thousands, of daily ops to get the full set. The other option is, the only other way to get it is to buy it from Minerva, and she only has that thing available like twice a year, dude. Twice. You only got 2 times maybe in the whole damn year that she actually has that armor for sale. Now you can go to Regs up at the gold bullion vault there, and you can get the mods for it, like the buttress and all the other stuff. But for the actual armor pieces itself, only Minerva has it, and it's because it's only in, I think it's in because her sales are broken down by lots, right? So there's like lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, whatever. And I think it's like 7 and 8 are the only ones in which that particular set of armor is available. And that's it. And you only get that by gold bullion, which means you got to grind the hell out of pretty much all your events and keep grabbing those gold bullion and keep on accumulating it until you have enough. And it's expensive as hell. So that's why 99% of gamers never get it, because it's just, they just don't have, they're just like, screw that. It's not, even though it has the other than power armor in it, the Brotherhood Recon armor has the highest ballistic armor rating in the game. Most people think the Secret Service is better rounded, because Secret Service has slightly better radiation resistance and energy resistance. It has less ballistic, so but it's a little more well rounded, and of course the Secret Service armor is a shit ton easier to get, right? Because you can always get all the plans from Regs. All you got to do is grind out the gold, and that's it. Not that that's easy either. It takes a long ass time even to get that set. So. But that's what I'm still working on is collecting gold patiently. Based on what I'm seeing, I think Nuka Knights, that's Nuka, N-U-K-A, Knights, K-N-I-G-H-T-S. Hats off to the Nuka Knights. They have a schedule online you can look up that tells you, it doesn't go all throughout the year. It goes a couple of months out, but it gives you an idea like where Minerva's going to be for the next couple of months and what her plans are. Based on the number of, I think she only appears twice a month. I think it's like every other week she shows up somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. So based on that frequency, I'm guessing I'm probably going to have a chance to finally get those plans from her in April. April of 2026. And when I get that full set of Brotherhood Recon Brotherhood Recon armor, again, I am not using any kind of skins on that. I want people to know that's what that is. That is Brotherhood Recon armor, the genuine thing. There's no way to cheat to get it. There's no glitches to get it. You have to bust your ass to get it. And I want people to know I earned that shit. Look at it. And it's also undisputed the best body armor in the game for looks. It looks freaking awesome by itself. You don't need any skin. The Secret Service armor looks like it was made by milk jugs. It looks like shit. Fortunately, they've got skins for that. So I think I've got like the camouflage skin. But right now I'm wearing this is the Western Duster, which looks pretty cool. Especially if you're doing bounties, you look like a pretty badass bounty hunter. In some ways, this actually reminds me of the gosh, what is it? The leather coat, I want to say. Long coat, something like that. I don't know, freaking. But anyways, this looks pretty cool. I can dig it. And so without it, the Alaskan winter. That's right, Alaskan winter. So like if I take this thing off, right? That's what but see it looks okay, but it's kind of funky looking, It's kind of like an ugly football set, to be honest, but put that shit back on there. What's cool now is that this Western Duster actually counts as an outfit. So for those, dailies where they're like, you have to kill someone wearing an outfit or costume, this actually counts now. Before, you had to put something on like the clown costume or something like that, which is completely freaking stupid. But anyways, when you're out grinding, obviously you want to, if you're before level 500, and you pop those 500 lunch boxes, you can do that even if it's not double XP weekend, and you can still get Mads a lot of experience. Obviously, the two highest, areas you can get for experience right now is either going through the raids. The raids, I think, is the top one right now, and the second would be still West Tech farming, just going back and forth through West Tech, killing super mutants. Even right now at the level I'm at, with double XP right now and 4 lunch boxes, I'm getting like 4,000 points per super mutant, which is not bad. You can run back and forth there. I'm basically getting like 10 levels an hour, so that's really not bad. But those are the top two. If your goal is farming experience, you're either going to want to do back-to-back raids or do just West Tech runs. I know West Tech runs are boring as hell, but you know what? I got burned out from the raids, man. I mean, I'm actually burned out from West Tech too, to be honest. But seriously, I mean, it's the raids are frustrating a lot of times because you got several of them that have those one-hit kill creatures like the second stage, and I think it's the fourth stage, and it's just like all it takes is one screw up, and you got to do the whole freaking thing over again. It's just so exhausting. You get so burnt out. You're just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore, man. But there are some cool things you can get for doing raids, and other stuff too. Like I've got some weapons I'm showing here now. That's the meadows. What do you call it? That meadow sprayer. That you get from the new Burning Springs events and stuff like that. Meadow Breeze, I think they call it. It's not that great, so that's why it's up on the wall. But some of the things I got from the raids, Lickety Split, which is a type of railway rifle. I read the description. It sounds like it's actually pretty cool, but one of the drawbacks of it is it can actually hurt you too if you get too close to the shrapnel. So I'm like, yeah, no thanks. So now it's just hanging on a wall. And then you got Boiling Point, which is a really freaking cool as hell looking flamer. I am so pissed at Bethesda that they won't give us new skins for the Holy Fire. Because honestly, I would love to rock a skin like this for the Holy Fire, but the Holy Fire is still better than even this thing, the Boiling Point. The Boiling Point does have some cool effects. Like I said, it's freaking awesome as hell, but it doesn't have the range of the Holy Fire. The other thing is that the Boiling Point, you can't modify it. Same thing with Lickety Split, I don't think. You can't modify these, so or the Meadow Breeze. So they're kind of yeah, I'm like, no thanks. Because I like my vampire effect. Thank you. That's bloodied, and it is what it is. But anyways, so like I said, grinding levels. You want to do either West Tech or raids, and but now let's see. Now, when we're looking at today's challenges, for example, one of the things I've noted is, and it's double score weekend too, which means if you haven't gotten all the plans yet for like your Dom Pedro or whatever, this is a good time to grind these out. Eat dog food. I'm a herbivore, so no thank you. What else can you give me? Drink. Hey, I got you. No problem. That's easy. And now here, notice how it says, oh, you douchebags. You douchebags. Look at this. This could have been a double up. Build a decoration and build anything. But no, the anything is only while you're in a shelter. And then this is while you're in a camp. I don't believe being in the shelter counts as being in the camp, even though technically you can't be in the shelter unless you're in your camp. But I don't think that logic works that way. So, oh, I lost my thing. Well, let's get it back. Here we go. Not that I even need these points at this level, but let me just see here. What do you think? All right, let's go ahead and craft some ammo real quick. That's easy enough. There are some perk cards if you want to craft more ammo. Let me back out of here real quick. Damn it. For example, you go up here to legendary perks. I'm gonna unequip this one, and I'm gonna put on ammo factory. There we go. Now I'm gonna get 150%. So now let's craft. Let's do some 50 cal for the Dom Pedro. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. There we go. Now that I'm done doing that, let me go back here. Get ammo factory off. Taking one of the for the team back on. Where the fuck did it go? There we go. Okay. I'm running low on brain fungus soup, so I'm going to go hunting for that. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. That's my number one go-to because it helps boost my intelligence, and of course it takes care of the food and the water requirements, so it's a win-win all the way around. And it's easy as hell to make. Brain bombs are better, but they're a pain in the ass, so I don't waste my time with those. All right, so now what was that thing they said about the shelter? What am I going to do in here? Build anything. Okay. Let's go up here. I got plenty of open space here. And just go with a decoration. Let's go with clutter. I'm just going to build some fans. There you go. And now I'm going to scrap them all. Okay. Easy lemon squeezy. Ah, okay. That went back into my, all right, now. Next. Okay. I can do the same thing. This time I'm going to do it out in the camp, though. This time I only need 5 of them. That's dumb, though. Am I right or wrong? You can't be in a shelter unless you're in your camp. So it's just stupid that they don't acknowledge you as being in the camp when you're in your shelter. But I digress. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing again. That. All right. Hey, baby. Little girl. Brings daddy presents. All right. What else do we want to do? Oh, yeah, nougat twist. There we go. Got plenty of that. Now, the robo train. There's a couple of places you can find those. Wait a minute. Did they say a robo train? Hold on. Oh, they said robo brain. Robo brain. Honestly, I'm not going to waste my time hunting for robo brains. No, thank you. Blood eagle. I could do that. All right. So, one of my favorite places to hunt blood eagles is over here at the Rollins Labor Camp. We all know that one very well. To get there quickly. Actually, it's not going to cost me that much to. Yeah, well, never mind. Let's go to Nuka World first because it's a free travel from there, and then it's only like a couple of caps to go from Nuka World. Whereas if I went directly from my camp, it'd probably cost me like 12 caps or 16 caps. So, as I mentioned before, there's usually one free travel spot in every region. Find it and use that as a pinpoint so you can then travel to wherever you want to go from there. Save you a shit ton of caps that way. Yeah, see, only 2 now. That's easy. Now, what I recommend is, I mean, it's up to you. Right now, I'm just looking for the points. So I'm not really interested in taking out the whole camp, even though that's easy enough to do. And so I'm going to pop Berry Mentat. then I'm going to turn around. See, the camp's over there, but if you come over here, there's going to be a couple over here too. So I'm going to go in stealth mode. Yeah, there's now just choose the leg. That's that. Oh. Okay. That took care of that. Boy, got a good boost there. All right, what's next on the agenda? Okay, these two are easy to do in one spot. I'll show you. Um, where I like to get my brain fungus from is going to be the Wendigo cave, which is great because there's a Wendigo in there, and we got to kill a Wendigo as part of the deal, anyways. Um, I actually have a tent over here because I was doing some West Tech grinding earlier for the levels. Um, but one good free travel spot is Fort Atlas. So go ahead and head there. Unless you haven't done the Brotherhood of Steel missions yet. So if you haven't, then you should do those for sure. Okay, so now that we're there, easy to fast travel to the Wendigo Cave. It's the one that looks like a creepy face. Oh wait, no, that's Hopewell Cave. Never mind. Wendigo Cave is right here. Okay. So in other words, it's south of Brotherhood's. Just go down here. Wendigo Cave. There we go. Hopewell Cave is really, it's not, it's a very small cave. The Wendigo Cave is freaking huge. Huge. You can get lost in this place easy. Um, Now, there's a lot of ghouls in here, and good thing is a lot of these ghouls carry Radaway and Rad-X, so that's why I said we're going to be doing a 2-for-1 deal. Because while I'm looking for the Wendigo and for brain fungus, which is totally abundant in here, I'm also going to be pegging ghouls, and so I'll be able to get what I need from them as well. So there's some brain fungus there. Turn on our light. Berry mentats almost never work in this cave. They haven't in like years. And honestly, I don't know why. It's obviously a bug of some kind, and it's one that Bugfesta just doesn't give a crap about. Because they're like, we don't care, you're still going to play the game anyways. Which they're not wrong about, unfortunately. Because here we are. Still nothing there. What about this? Nothing there. I want anyways. Not going that way. I could, but not. Gonna come back out. I'm gonna take this left over here. Interesting. None of these guys have been carrying Rad-X. They almost always do. Must know I'm looking for it. There's always one mole miner here. Rather, a mole. Say a mole rat. Is that the way I normally go? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is it. This is it, yeah. Yeah, some people like just run through places, but I like the advantage of having the stealth because the as long as you have the right perk card, you can do over double damage with the sneak attack, and that saves a lot of money in the sense of you're not spending as much on ammo, and you're not. I don't want to bother with that one, and you're also not getting your own armor shredded quite so quickly. So less maintenance that way. I mean, it takes a little longer to get through here, but I mean, big flipping deal. But you know, people can do whatever they want to do it their own way. Whatever. Just how I do it. That's why I still prefer the Fixer over the Elder's Mark. Elder's Mark does a little better damage, yes, and I do mean a little, not unbelievably huge difference in power. It's not. It really isn't. And I don't care who doesn't believe that because it isn't. I've tried it. Okay. Number one. Number two, the Elder's Mark doesn't have the range that the Fixer has. And for somebody like me, that's range is very important. I wasn't even hitting the guy at first. Huh? Yeah, I haven't added the graphics as far as like so you can see how much damage I'm doing per hit. I haven't added that on because I think that kills immersion for me. So as long as they're dead with after a couple of hits, I mean that's really all that matters. Oh, got these fools are in here. See him one shot those guys. Oh, this guy had some good stuff. Cool. I can't believe I haven't got any Rad-X yet. What the frick? Wait a minute, I don't want to be going up. I don't want to be going up. Alright, I gotta figure this shit out. Maybe down here. Left is right this time. Oh, really? I know we're close. Maybe this way. Here we go. Here we go. This is where the Wendigo is. There we go. We got him. One rat away. Whoa. What's that? Skull of some fell creature. Alright. Let's head up this way. Pick up some more fungus on the way out. Yeah, no, I just let everything in here know I'm here, and I just don't give a crap. So I'm really disappointed. I thought I would have had all the rataways I need. I mean, not that matters. I already got the bonus for the day. Just hang it up from here. But I think I want to go this way now. Yeah, I do want to go this way. Grab a little bit more. About it. Those were little spike boards, caltrops, whatever you want to call them. All right, here we are. We're almost at the where we first came in now. Okay. So that's about it. That covers the dailies for the day. And yeah, so hopefully in my ranting and rambling, I gave you some good ideas on how best to level up during this ski weekend. Um, I recommend, if you're a lower level character, obviously, you know, West Tech is probably the best option, to be honest. Especially since if you're trying to join a raids team and you're under level 500, I don't think they're going to want you on there anyways. They're probably just going to boot you out. It is what it is. It kind of sucks, but um, West Tech runs are pretty dependable. And the other thing is too is you can solo West Tech runs, and that way you can do it at your own pace. That's the other reason I burned out from the raids was the constant pressure, where you got to go at the pace of the leader, and you got sometimes. Another thing is sometimes one of the teammates will be be stuck doing something. I wish everybody would put their mics on. I really do. I wish people would. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't use their mics in this game, which is pathetic for the PlayStation, because the PlayStation controller has the integrated mic in it, and it's one of the reasons why the PlayStation is the best console, because PlayStation controller just rocks. So why people aren't making advantage of that? Maybe people just don't understand how to do it. It's easy. Go in here, or rather, go to your main menu. You go to settings, and then you go to audio, and then there's different voice chat. None means none. Means no, you're not going to hear from anybody, and they're not going to hear from you. Auto, I would recommend not using auto because, with how glitchy this game is, it's probably never going to work right, because a lot of other shit in this game doesn't work right. So choose area, meaning wherever you are, whether you're playing an event or just, in a location, Helvetia, wherever, you're going to hear players that are within range of you. And team is just your team, exactly. So if you're on a team with other players, you can only speak and hear from them. And if you're doing a raid, I highly recommend you choose team, because you guys are focused on each other. And but if you did that and all four people are using their radios, the mics, you can coordinate things better. You could say, hey, Ninja 223, what are you doing standing there in a corner? You need some help? What's going on there? I'd be like, oh, I'm just switching ammo, or I'm switching guns, or what. Okay, now we know it. As opposed to he decided to AFK and go to the bathroom or some shit like that, right? So, or he might be stuck. If he's not responding, and you're talking to him, and he's not responding after 5 minutes, hey, boot him. Maybe somebody else would be happy to join, take his place and help you guys rock out the raids more. So, but yeah, I just burned out, because granted, yeah, the great experience. If you don't have a full Vulcan set, obviously, and you want it, then certainly go for it. There is one thing I thought that was kind of cool, which is the ultrasight sword. But I'm just not in the mood right now to go back into raids. They're just, like I said, they're frustrating because, even with 4 well-seasoned players, there are a couple of things in there that can kill you instantly, and anybody can die from them. And I've seen players that have done hundreds of raids still go down in the blink of an eye because they slipped in one particular instance and bang, they got caught. Like I said, that's what burns me out the most. That's what frustrates me the most, is that one hit shot, one dead. We were fighting the ultrasight freaking terror. We had it down like 3/4. We're all there fighting it. I don't know exactly what that thing did, how it did this, but it just did one swipe and killed all 4 of us in one hit. I did not even know it could do that. I know it does hit hard, sure, but I have never seen it one-shot kill a whole team of players before. I was freaking so pissed after that. I'm like, you know what? This is bullshit. This is absolute... Nope, there's no reward that's worth that kind of frustration, where it's just like, oh, you're all dead. Try again. Fuck that. No, thanks. It's just, I don't know. But there are some, like I said, there you can get a lot of good legendaries from it. You can get a lot of good mods from it. So there, I mean, I'm not saying don't go raid. There's a lot of positives for it, but once you've done a few dozen or a few hundred, it just gets really, really exhausting after a while. For me, anyways. Some people, I don't know why they live and die for raids. They'll raid 24/7, raid. Hey man, if that's your thing, go for it. But I just got burned out. And I'm level 1100. I mean, you know, what else do I need the experience for at this point? Nothing. It's just bragging rights. I mean, granted, yeah, there's some people like, Mr. Westex past 3,000. I think it's close to 4,000 now. I mean, good on you, man. I don't know how the hell you find the time for all that shit, but, um, it is awesome to see that. But at the same time, it's like, what are you going to do? I mean, if I've got like 200 and something perk points I'm not using, he must have over 1,000 that he has no use for. So I mean, it'd be nice if they gave us a way to use them for something else, like, hey, here's your unused perk points. You can turn it into gold bullion. That'd be freaking fantastic if they did something like that. At least that would give you some kind of end game goal, right? Because there's always something that you'd like to get from the bullion vendors. You can never have enough gold. You see what I did there? Remember that guy at the freaking Wayward? But yeah, if they did that, that would be awesome. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know. It's just me, just being my thoughts. Um, by the way, this is the new. This you can find on the in the rewards. This is the new Raiders chem station. That's freaking awesome. So I got the Raiders chem station now. Love it. It's been forever since we've had a skin for the chem station other than the original. So I'm really loving that one. I'm glad also I've got a new skin, the Enclave Armor Workbench. This looks freaking snazzy as hell. I do have the other skin for the Tinker's Workshop, but honestly, I like the original better. The original looks really cool, even though I got it uneven. That's kind of killing my OCD right now, but I'll fuck with that later. The only thing we don't have a skin for now is the weapons. Hello, Bugthesda. Can we get a cool-looking skin now for the weapons workbench? And I mean a cool-looking skin. Put some effort into it like you did with these, okay? Don't just color it a different color and say, yeah, here we go. All right? I'll fucking smack you sideways. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go and, I don't know, do something else. Ugh, I'm exhausted. It's only the middle of the day. But get out there and hopefully you got some decent tips and like, share, and until the next adventure.